Okay, welcome to stage 10 review, and it was once again the favourite for the day, Mark Cavendish, who picks up his 33rd stage victory in the Tour de France. Now, in the start of the tour, nobody expected him to win a stage, let alone 3 stages. So we're going to review this stage 10 finish. It is a finish that he knows well before, has done it a couple of times, but yeah, what an amazing ride by his teammates. So we're here at 2.2 kilometers. I've paused it here. You can see that Cav, look, he's got 5 teammates in front of him with 2Ks to go, so that's pretty exceptional. On the front, we've got Catania at the moment, and second wheel, Alaphilippe, Casper Asgreen, and then Ballerini, Morkov, and Cav. So if we just pause it there, we can see that he's doing a great job, Catania. He's come back around, back to the front. He's put Alaphilippe in the wheel, who's going to give him just a short turn. See how he just moves it to that left barrier, always just keeping it on the barrier. Now just here's a little bit of a dangerous moment with DSM coming over the top with 2 riders. Something to be cautious of. Look, it's all good while they're on the front working for you, in Deceunick's case, but the problem is when you have to go back past them, they can disrupt the train behind. So once Alaphilippe gets out of there, we've got these 2 guys. They're going to give them a couple of extra 100 meters for free. So basically that's just going to get them a little further into the final. And you can see Asgreen, he's just waiting for the right moment, just checking over the top. And it's just here that starts to get a little bit sketchy. So in this moment, you can see they're coming into a bit of a bend. You've got Cav here. He's starting to get a lot of riders around him here. So there he'd be getting a little bit nervous, because it'd only take Colbrelli to not show any respect for the green jersey and move left and move him off his lead out train. So he's done really well holding the wheels there. So, you know, a lot of respect for each other in the sprint here. And you can see that Cav is able to hold the wheel. So he doesn't get knocked off the wheel by Colbrelli. There's another wave come over the top with Sagan. Also really dangerous moment. You got Asgreen just checking over his shoulder, just making sure that everyone's still in the line. And it looks good. So 1.6 kilometers to go. All in all, not bad. So Asgreen does a really good turn here. He's going to get them under the 1K to go banner. Just here it starts to get interesting. A few trains starting to form. So you got Wout van Aert moving up here in the wheel, and you got Nasser Bouhanni moving up here. Also on the right. Rest of the sprinters all here, Greipel, all fighting for positions. Michael Matthews, just a late move here on the right. We know the next corner's to the right. So you've got Deceunick all the way over on the left barrier, making sure that nobody can come up the inside. As we roll on, Asgreen's still doing an amazing turn. He's going to get him well under the 1 kilometer kite. Matthews moved up. The speed's quite high here, because you can see that nobody's really able to move forward now. So that's what you need to do. You need to put on a really high speed under this 1 kilometer to go banner, and they know that they've got the manpower to go all the way to the finish. So we unpause it, we just let it roll on a little bit. You can probably see the corner here. Now he knows he's going to kind of get out of the road, because he wants Ballerini to go through this corner at full speed. So already 860 meters to go. We can see what's going to happen behind. So you got Van Aert in the wheel, Matthews, Sagan's all the way back here, and then you got Philipsen with his lead out man here. Let it unpause, Trek come up, so you can just see the speed cut starting to drop a little bit now. He's just at the end of his turn, Asgreen. He's coming off the fence a little bit. You just got to make sure, because this is going to open up the room here for Van Aert to come under Cav. So you always want to make sure to stay left there. These guys can see the corner. Asgreen swings off, perfect, just drifts back. See, there's a little bit of room between them, just making them all work. So they've all had to shift right, go the long way around Asgreen here. So perfect lead out by him. Ballerini goes. I think he started about 600 meters to go. So we just let it flow on. You can see they're all fighting here. You got Bouhanni fighting with Philipsen. This cost him a lot of energy for the final. Here we go. Ballerini absolutely putting it on the highest speed. You can really see that it gets strung out here. It's nearly in one line as they approach the last corner, just a few hundred meters from the finish line. So he's done an exceptional job there. Once again, amazing. So you can see Milku in the wheel, Cav just sitting pretty, all the other guys just fighting behind. Philipson's coming to shoulders with Buani. You've got Van Aert in the wheel of Cav. Round the final corner. So as he's gone through this final corner in front, he can see what's ahead of himself. He's halfway into the corner, he's already out of the seat and re-accelerating for the finish line. Here, 250 to go, they've still got 3 riders. It really is going to be super difficult for anyone to beat Cav. Ballerini finally sits up. So about 225 to go, Morku's got to start. Ballerini swings right to the right side. He just wants to get out of the trouble. Van Aert in the wheel, Philipson behind, and then you've got Buani just in front of Sagan. Now Philipson, he comes with the most speed in the final, but he's well out of position. He's on the barrier. He's got to wait for it to open up. Morku goes, Cav's waiting, sees 150 to go, jumps. Van Aert in the wheel, Philipson still on the barrier. He's waiting for it to open up. Finally, Philipson sees an opening. He sees that he can go right. Michael Morku still just staying in, doing his sprint to the finish line. So not getting in the road, but not swinging fully out of there. So they've all got to pick their way past him. No way anyone's going to get any speed to come close to Cav because he's just maintained that speed. He sprinted all the way to the line. These guys did pop out of the wheels, but no speed. So no chance of coming over the top of Cav. He knows he's won. Amazing victory, 33 stages in the Tour de France. It's an honour that I was part of them. And look, it's amazing making these reviews on the finish. I'm really enjoying it, loving all the comments. So if you want me to review some other stages, just let me know. Comment underneath the video or send me a message. Happy to look at some other stages, but for the moment, I think Mark Cavendish is by far the fastest sprinter, the best sprinter, and he's got the most confidence out of anyone in the Tour de France. Looking ahead, with his 33 victories, he's only one off the great champion Eddie Merckx to take the all-time record of stage wins in the Tour de France. I did a quick little look over what's ahead. We've got stage 12 into Nîmes, that's another sprint opportunity. Stage 13 into Carcassonne, that's another sprint opportunity. Stage 19 into Limbourne, another opportunity, and we've got stage 21 into Paris. So for me, 4 more chances for victory. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to find some speed to beat Cav. So they're going to have to look at some other ways of how they're going to beat this Deceunick Quickstep team because their lead out was absolute textbook. Cav said it in his interviews. I can tell you now after reviewing that, absolute textbook. Send me a message who you think was the strongest rider. In my opinion, it was again Ballerini. He really put it on that high speed at that super important moment from 750 to go. Through the final 2 turns onto the straight. Didn't brake so much, came out of the corner and was able to re-accelerate. So for me, in that lead out, he's done a huge workload, and set that victory up. But every rider in that team, class act, as Cav said, a textbook lead out. And that makes it awesome to review a stage like this. So with those 4 chances, I believe Cav will take Eddie Merckx's record. Look, I believe he can win 2 of those 4. So that's going to be a haul of 5 stages into Tour de France. Good luck to Cav. Hope he stays upright, stays out of trouble, gets through these mountains because that's going to be the hardest thing to do. Super hard Tour de France. And once again, it's been a pleasure reviewing all these stages. Thanks a lot.